Attracting visitors to your site is effectively half the battle. But when you are trying to create a successful and, more importantly, a profitable affiliate marketing site, if you design a site dedicated to something as competitive and as popular as online gaming, or more specifically virtual poker, you must be sure that your site is not only unique, but gives the impression of being a successful and legitimate site. If the site fails to make visitors click on its links and fully sign up to a poker site, then they are effectively failing in their business as an online affiliate marketer. There is no guaranteed solution to the problem and no quick fix to be sure of success, but there are certain elementary things that any site owner can do to make sure that their site looks the part. The first thing any person sees when they enter a site is the front page. There is effectively no point in bothering writing text or any of the other essentials on a website if you don't take the time to create a front page to portray a sense of professionalism and even superiority over your competitors in the affiliate marketing field. An impressive but still not overly extravagant front page must be the first problem. Website owners don't need to provide over-the-top graphics or even the greatest page, just a simple but professional appearance. This should be within the means of any serious website owner and should not require the acquisition of an expensive web design program or even a web professional to help. If you are all fingers and thumbs when it comes to websites, then you may need to ask friends or even try and find a cheap freelance worker on one of the many freelance providers on the internet. But the simple fact is that reducing your outlays maximizes your profit margin, or at least minimizes your losses. So don't try and be too elaborate unless you have the skills and the materials to do it yourself. The next stage is all about enticing the visitor to become a customer of one of the poker sites that you are advertising for. Through emotive and engaging language, you can turn even the most casual of observers into a potential customer. The language you choose is entirely of your own choosing, but the key to any sales program is that you must first grab their attention and then keep it. Selling items, which is effectively what an affiliate is doing, albeit indirectly, is not a simple process. Advertisers are paid millions to come up with simple slogans and advertising campaigns. Peppering your articles or text with a few words that really drive a reader's imagination and create a sense of longing are essential if you are to successfully turn precious visitors in even more precious money. The final step of the trilogy is to make sure that the layout of advertisements is correct. It isn't a science, it is just about being practical with the spacing and alignment of adverts. Making sure that adverts are obvious without being intrusive can mean the difference between success and failure. For an affiliate, as a poker affiliate, your key goal should be to make sure that the adverts are noticeable, not tucked away at the bottom of the page or elsewhere on the site. If nobody sees the links, then they are not all that likely to hunt them down to click on them. Just like in a supermarket, the important items that people are likely to buy on impulse are put near the front or at the checkout, so you should make sure to use the same principle. Placing adverts at the head of the page or on either side of the main text can make sure that they are noticeable without being too intrusive. The opposite extreme of this is putting links everywhere and bombarding visitors with flashing banners. This can lead to confusion and ultimately detracts from your site. So whilst the idea of optimizing your advertising space may seem reasonable, it can have undesired consequences. Spread adverts liberally but not so thick that they just become a mess of names, figures and flashing logos.